Hey, I'm Big Time Weeb Dad, and chapter 241 of Dandadan is officially here, and we got a lot to go over. I'm also busy as fuck, so we're gonna do this while we're doing chores. Chapter 241 starts with the whole gang, or the partial gang, riding on the raptors because Gigi, or Evil Eyes, we know him right now, has basically aura monstered all these raptors. He's the prime alpha and they're deathly afraid of him. And it kind of just shows the gang as they're escaping from the sniper clown dude, who I really don't care to name, but really the meat and potatoes of these first couple pages has to be the fact that Momo has the ability to see Evil Eye. And that is important because that means her spiritual powers are slowly returning to her, which in turn probably means that we'll be getting a return to her memories sooner than later. And as the gang is running away, we see that Ayase actually targets the clown dude and allows them to escape, only to be caught up by Count Cagliostro, who I will be calling Count C because I am terrible at pronouncing names. It's basically a meme at this point, so please forgive me. And what we see is that the two kind of size up each other, with Count C saying, "I'm sweet on you, please allow me to strike you with my whip," and Ayase is saying, "Thank you, I have no interest in being attracted to perverts." Of course, the Count is going to rebuttal that by saying he is not the one that wants to use the whip, but it's the spirit of Albert Fish. Yes, you read that right. When I initially saw this leak a couple days back, I thought that somebody was trolling or that it was a meme, but no, Count C is summoning the spirit of Albert Fish, notorious child killer and one of the most horrendous serial killers in American history. That's who we're dealing with right now. And of course, our girl tells him, "We call people like you down low pervert assholes," to which of course Count C is continuing to rebuttal, "It's not him, it's Albert Fish." And we get a couple really great panels of choreography, and I have to say some of these shots are kind of risque. And of course, as the two are going back and forth, we get some weird dialogue with Count C telling our girl that his whip is coiling around her like a snake, ripping the skin off of her like a blade. Of course, this is in reference to the fact that Albert Fish was pretty famously into flailing himself. Little history now you know. But the whole time he's basically telling Ayase that he likes her and he wants to be with her, and not only does he want to be with her, he is going to be with her. And all she could really say at the end is, "I can somewhat understand how you feel. I'm good looking and popular, so when I approached guys or allowed them physical contact, it was a given that they'd fall for me, or so I thought. But reality is cruel. No matter how much you love a person, if that person loves someone else, there's nothing you can do about it." And of course, this is Ayase talking about her own character growth, which has really been cemented in this chapter. I really want to talk about that. Super hype fight with Count C aside, this is the first time that I feel like Ayase's character growth has been cemented. From the beginning to now, we've seen various points of her kind of growing into herself and moving past that mean girl popular stage. But with this last arc, we saw kind of a reversion back to her mean girl behaviors, with her trying to do everything in her power to get Okarun to like her. Reading up on dinosaurs, trying to do everything to get on his level intellectually, to taking advantage of the fact that Momo lost her memories and making her out to be the bad guy. She did everything in her power to make Okarun love her, and when he said no, instead of breaking her, we get this moment, this really great moment of her kind of saying, "Yeah, that sucks, but I'm gonna be okay. Everything is going to be okay because we're still gonna be good friends and we're still gonna rock with each other." And I think that's what this chapter was really made to say, like, hey, Ayase is gonna be good, dude. She's gonna get through this, and not only is she gonna get through this, but this is her time to evolve from the character you knew before. And I think this arc has done a lot of, I don't want to say this because I feel like somebody's going to get upset, but this arc has kind of done a little bit of injustice for the characters that have grown in this story. It's kind of set them back a little bit, but I believe this is the first steps towards the characters rectifying who they are and moving forward. All that being said, Count C doesn't really accept that, and he is telling her that she's remarkable. "I'm bursting with love, a woman stronger than me for the first time ever. over, and before he could even finish his thought, we see Ayase just totally rock that guy. The reason I keep calling you a down low, dimwit, degenerate piece of shit is because you are a down low, dimwit, degenerate piece of shit. Get it? And she is just giving that guy the wave, totally destroying him. And she ends the chapter with a really kind of awesome quote, because it really is a full circle moment, because she's putting other people's feelings ahead of her own when she says, "But I don't mind if you go on thinking about me. What people feel is their own business." And that she knows it's not that easy to accept what you have. Now, this is a full circle moment because this is her for the first time saying that, hey, I know there's nothing I can do about your feelings, and that's okay because you're going to be okay. You're probably not going to be okay after the ass whooping that I gave you, but emotionally, you'll be okay if I don't love you. Because we could all move on if the person we have a crush on doesn't reciprocate that. And of course, the chapter ends with the clown guy detonating a bomb in the entire theme park, and all the dinosaurs blow up. And out of nowhere, there's this huge, like, Godzilla Stegosaurus looking motherfucker. And yeah, that's where the chapter ends. Overall, a really solid chapter, not a whole lot to it other than Ayase coming to terms with her feelings, but I do believe that that is for the best. It definitely didn't need to have all the other characters in it. For what it was, this chapter did a great job at showing us that Ayase is going to be okay and that she has grown. So that was my chapter breakdown. If you enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe or like, or maybe even hype it. I don't know. Whatever you young people are doing these days, feel free to do it. If you liked this format of videos, let me know, and I'll make more videos while I do my chores. Anyways, big time Weeb Dad, and I'm out.